A good neighbor to nearby downtown Phoenix. We're at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona. Up next, we're keeping it in the NFC for this one. Between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Michael Dixon with the honor of getting us started. And away we go in Glendale. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on their first play. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. Defense finally able to close on this after a gain of about 24. That's going to give Arizona the first.
That's good for a Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Back now, pressure coming. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. And that backs them up now into a 2nd and 18.
That right there, that is the exact answer you want to see defensively. You give up an explosive, it's going to happen. Those guys get paid too, but you create a negative play on the very next snap.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. He'll work against the blitz. He's hit again, but this time he gets the pass off. So quickly falls to the ground, incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down. And this defense stringing together some strong reps here early, Brock. That pass rush off to a great start.
One thing I've grown to appreciate, too, in this just kind of analytical revolution we're in, the stats of today, Kate, it's not just sacks, it's pressures, right? It's those hits, those pressures, because you know they make a strong impact, too.
Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. That is Nick Emanwari. And the Seahawks will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Look at this, very first play, and they're already changing things. They'll run, first gives to Zach Charbonnet. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Throwing on second, Darnold. And this is going to end up an incomplete pass, partner, so that brings up 3rd down.
Just about every play in an NFL game usually has a protagonist and antagonist, a good and a bad. The good there, the courage of that wide receiver. The bad, just could not haul it in.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Darnold's not going to be able to get rid of it. He's taken down. And that forces 4th down and 16.
Okay, you've heard me talk about these 3rd downs for years now as the money down. It's usually looking at it offensively. That's how you make your money defensively, knocking backwards on the critical down and distance.
This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed.
At their own 9-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for the rookie out of Notre Dame. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to get to him, bring him down after allowing about 13 on the play. And that's going to make it 1st down Cardinals.
13 yards.
So it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Throwing now on 1st down. Rolling left, buying some time. He was brought down here, but they will take it 18 yards at a 1st. Well, as far as receiving numbers go, Brock, you get up near 200, you expect to win a game, and they were indeed winners last week thanks to his work that he is continuing here.
That's right. When you put out that effort a week ago, you can expect to see the ball early and often today.
And that is exactly what you're looking for on a 1st down run. He picked up 7. Now, you take these types of results as early wins in a game, Brock, both in getting their running back started and getting your guys to start winning that battle up front, too.
Moving a man against his will and doing it right from the jump, that often portends to good things offensively.
Short pass brought in, and he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
New set of downs from 37. To throw here on 1st down. Left side into the hands of McBride. And they get this down to the 28. Well, I don't know if matching how many catches he had last week is going to happen this week, but still the player, Brock, you want to funnel your passing game through as much as you can.
You certainly do, and one thing I love about today's coordinators and their creativity is they find all sorts of different ways to get their playmakers the ball, and they do it typically like that from the jump.
And he just get the play off. Forced out to his right. And that is how our 1st quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Cardinals football. They'll only need a few inches here on 3rd down. And they just get what they needed. The run is good for 2, and 2 was good for that 1st down they were after.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
He'll pass it this time. Vacates quickly left side. Taking off with it again. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Throwing from the gun here. He's not going to get away from this. They're all over him. They drop him at the 33. And it's Riley Mills. And that sets up an extremely difficult 3rd now and 17. Here's a throw. Going all the way to the end zone here. All the way to the end zone, and this is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jeremiah Love, the 2nd score that he has brought in this season. On his Chad Ryland for the point after. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
Seahawks, nothing. Chad Ryland to kick off for Arizona.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it will be a touchback out to the 20.
At their own 35-yard line.
And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Darnold looking to throw. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. We'll have him gain up that handful there. Zaven Collins in on the tackle.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Here's Darnold to throw. And he gets it away, but nowhere close to that target. Incomplete. Quick thinking just to get rid of it there, Brock, but no chance. It's 3rd down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the 1st half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Darnold with it on 3rd and short. Brought in by his back, Charbonnet. And this will only gain him a couple of yards. Needed more to challenge for that marker. It's 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you, some money will follow.
Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. This is running out of gas, and it's going to be short. Looked like they had issues with that snap. And the deficit stays at 7.
Hey, whether it's a good hold or not, the process is the same for that kicker. He's going to catch some unfair blame on this one, Kate, because it was the snap that just set everything off. Not accurate enough, and that left the holder scrambling to try to get his job done, and none of them, unfortunately, could.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff headed left. It's long. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Cardinals in front here at State Farm Stadium. 2nd down now. They need 7. Looking to throw here. That pass is complete to McBride. He's going to be hauled to the ground with a 1st down in tow, Brock. Give him 9 on that play.
There's no question. The greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. From the gun, here's a give to Love. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call out a gain of 7. Nicely done. And goes to the hurry up here.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
RPO, quick throws grabbed by McBride. The stop is made. Defense drives him out after a gain of about 13. And that is good for Cardinals' 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Approaching the final minute here before halftime. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And he is stopped. They get to him inches from a touchdown. That's going to make it 1st and goal.
Cardinals 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
Quarterback run here. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! Ryland now for the extra point. Sent right down the middle and good. And they bump their lead up to 14.
14. Seahawks nothing. Chad Ryland to kick off for Arizona.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. His return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a great opportunity for this offense chance. He's out of bounds all the way up at the 40-yard line.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Second down, Darnold. Taking a deep shot here. Well, it would have been a big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. It sets up 3rd down. Pushing in here to try to at least get into field goal range, Brock, but no yardage there, and they lost some valuable time on that play, too.
One of the keys here as well is, are those receivers going to try to run it back and go again, or do you find a substitute off that sidelines? Because I don't think they're done taking their shots downfield.
The final throw before the break. He's going for it again. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Now Darnold. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
On 2nd down, here's Darnold. And he had it, but he lost it on that hit. So a nice early defensive play out of the locker room to break up that catch. It's now 3rd down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Third and long, they're going to throw. He rolls to his right. This is Cup, so that's Cup. He'll be out of bounds there, and a lot to like, though, on that game. Give him about 19 yards, and that's good for a Seattle 1st down. Darnold. Passing quick here with the pass rush, fast enough to match it. On him in time to alter that throw, and it falls incomplete. That brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
And again, it's Darnold. And he's going to go down deep on his own side at about the 42. And that's going to lead to a lengthy now 3rd and 21.
We talk so much about decision-making, and often it's the decision of where to throw it. Right? Reading the defense, finding the right coverage to attack. But there's also great decision-making that comes with just getting rid of the football. Just avoiding sacks. They are so detrimental. And that one, man, he ate up a ton of yards.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And this one's going to line up incomplete. He had him over the middle for a second, but he was muscled off that catch. That brings about 4th down.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond third down today. You can just look at that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now time's not on their side either.
And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Back now, pressure coming. Gets it to him on the screen. And this defense bringing the hammer down, driving him backwards to the 9.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
They'll work against the blitz. Fits it through the contact at the catch point, forces that incompletion. Nearly had it over the middle. Instead, just third down now. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on third down. They're going to try and throw it here. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Taking a yard shy of midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Throwing here, Darnold. It's caught, Barner. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. And hit got there quickly.
That's good tight coverage right there defensively, but even a better throw on the play. Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but I say to you all the time, Kate, completions, completions, completions.
Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of him on 2nd down. To throw, here's Darnold. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. And he's out the clear. And the Cardinals have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Love from the pistol. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
The play clock runs out. This will be a delay. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. All right, here we go. Second down. Back to throw now. And that one's going to be incomplete. Third down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Third and long for him here. And in the wrong direction again, and he's dropped. And that brings up fourth and very, very long.
I love a good bootleg just like every other quarterback does. And bootlegs are most effective, Kate, when you're running it first and you deceive that defense. But if you're not running it, or it's a poor fake, or you got a defense that is sound, or you have the opportunity to get hit in the face in less than 2 seconds, just like that. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20.
35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. Darnold now to throw. And that hit pops the catch free. That's incomplete. Second down coming up. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock. But, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
That's a catch. Jackson Smith and Jigba. And a big chunk picked up on that play. Over 20, and he gets in the first.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
Here's Darnold, first and 10. Hits his running back. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
You want to know why we see so many gray hairs, Kate, on these D coordinators we meet with? It's plays like that. These D coordinators hate quarterbacks that can escape the pocket, escape the blitz, and make you pay with completions.
Throwing on second, Darnold. Wow, wide open here, complete. Out of bounds he goes, but not before a big gain. 18 yards on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first down.
First down.
And they just get the play off. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the third quarter. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10. Going with an alternate play here. On second down, a run with Charbonnet. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up third down.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Darnold looking to throw. Thinking touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete. And maybe worse, Brock. It's going to bring up fourth down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
For the second time today, they're going to run the kick team out for the field goal. This is from 35 out on the left hash. Myers' kick is good. And finally in this fourth quarter, Brock, they're able to get something up on that scoreboard.
If they wanted any kind of shot here, Kate, to come back in this game, that field goal had to go through and make it a two-score game. That's only the first of what would need to be several steps here in a hurry to have a chance to try to pull this out.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20.
35-yard line.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Airing it out to start this drive. Seahawks swarming in, and down he goes. And it's Riley Mills.
A loss of 11.
And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down. As expected here, Brock, you got a rookie quarterback trying to lead a comeback, and that defense taking the opportunity to apply some pressure.
They sure are, and this is one of those lessons that you've got to learn. There is just a time to throw the ball away. We know how impactful negative plays are, and especially sacks at that degree.
On again, and it's the same results. They drop him again. It's a repeat of the last play. That's going to bring them to third down. Well, he got about as deep in that pocket as he could go, Brock. Thought that we'd see him throw it away, but he got laid out instead.
Yeah, again, just a lesson that you kind of stack all these lessons when you're a young quarterback, and you think you can get away from these guys. Not at this level.
Third down from the gun. And to the ground it goes. So an incomplete pass brings us to fourth down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Here's Darnold to throw. Downfield, that finds Shaheed. They found something that worked there. Nearly 30 yards on that play. And almost always, that's going to be good for a first.
1st down, Seahawks.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Finding Shaheed, back-to-back plays. And they're going to corral him out of bounds here after giving up about 6 yards on that play. Coming off a 6-yard completion, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Darnold. Short pass brought in. They stop him after about a 5-yard gain. That is good enough for a fresh set of downs.
A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down.
Now Darnold. Diving for it, and he makes the play. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp, 14 yards. Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And that cuts the lead to 7.
Seahawks 10. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And nope, not chancing this one. Knee down for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. Hand off to Love, running left. He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. It's going to be 2nd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. RPO, the quick throw's grabbed by McBride. Now he goes after a pickup of about 12 yards. And that's going to give Arizona the 1st.
That just felt like a composure play. Quarterback was calm. Receiver did his job securing the ball. And because of it, those chains are moving.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. From the gun. Love gets it. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Throwing out to the left. Cut! And they get this down to the 44 before he stops.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. He gets it out left, and it's caught. He's going to be stopped after a gain of 9, and that was what they needed. 1st down coming up.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. On the give, here's Love. There's the stop. Damage finally comes to an end after a 17-yard pickup. And that's going to make it 1st down Cardinals.
Kind of just feel it, don't you? Trying to close out this game, just keep leaning on that somebody who has produced and made the most of every one of his touches throughout.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Straight ahead this time with Love. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Hand off now to Love. And 2nd down only works out for a yard. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? He'll look to throw it. Firing quick, but he is still hit as he let that one go. Good work by the defender affecting that pass. That's going to bring around 4th down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
The kick by Ryland is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a 2-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Starting from the 5. Showing a little burst so far. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32. Darnold. Fits it through the middle. And he is in for the touchdown. Still unlikely, Brock, but it's not entirely over just yet with this score.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on the fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
That one splits the uprights. And they trail by 3.
17.
So with hardly any game left, they have time for this kick and maybe a couple plays. And this will be recovered by the Cardinals. That ought to do it for us here.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down. So the Cardinals fight to a win here at home. And they're stacking momentum.